Hello, and welcome to Slash and Fuck, a stupid sexy D&D podcast. As the title suggests, we are a mature podcast and will be dealing with adult themes and content as our story unfolds. Since you're here, I want to thank you for starting this journey with us, and we hope you enjoy your stay. So without further ado, let's slip into something a little more comfortable.
Welcome back to Slash and Fuck, another horny adventure starting off in a horrifying place.
Yay!
It gets me excited.
That's right. That's what we're here for.
Excited?
Where we last left off, the wonderful players had found themselves in some liminal dimension, and
The edging dimension, as I've started calling it in my head.
And
that's
and
right,
then we
but
solved
it's tainted.
We solved it, and then there are no problems. We're just lost now.
Yeah,
But there are no problems because we solved it, right?
yeah. You're on the taint's edge. That's what this place is called.
Totally safe.
Yeah, the edge of the taint. You both traveled for what felt like a day or so in completely endless, samey environment, gray, lit by storm clouds, and you came across a magic node that was corrupted by the taint. After, actually, you didn't really think too much about it, just ran right in. And
we were like, that looks like a thing we should fuck with.
And
Checkpoint, obviously.
cut your hand open, Astris, and used lay on hands on the crystal while it was simultaneously throwing mouth bats at you guys.
To suck my toes.
One of them, yeah.
Oh, the mouth.
But it was there.
Sucked your toe. And then later, yeah, a lot of toe sucking.
Just the one. But then it ended in murder. And yeah, you guys fought off the mouth bats and ended up purifying the node. And you saw it slip away from this dimension.
Fuck yeah.
You continued on. Afterwards, actually, the plane that you're on seemed to change. All around you, you're surrounded by lines and lines of crops, endless to the horizon. And you notice that these crops were fruits of some kind, and upon further inspection, realized they were all kinds of different things, like body parts and skin and
Yum.
organs and stuff like that. Only for King Flute to start freaking out right as poor Thea was reached at and grabbed at by some of the crops around.
Right.
Too pretty to exist.
There was no toe sucking there, though.
No, just grabbing.
Right.
Well, there are no
okay.
mouths there,
Not yet.
but a pair of legs did appear,
No.
creaking its way towards you at
I
full
wanted
speed,
to forget.
faster than you see people running, obviously. So it's just leg strength, nothing up top. But of course, the hand and the legs were obliterated by the time Theo was done squealing. Only for King Floof to tell you all to start running, and started bounding his way as best he could forward the direction you were going. And you saw behind you the lines of crops coming to life and moving towards you.
Fuck.
So,
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
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 as I said last time, King Floof, you see him just kind of bouncing from point to point rather than sprinting. You see one of his legs, shaking violently as something like tries to grab onto it, and he looks like he's having a terrible time.
Oh, buddy.
Both Thea and Astris start to notice that around your feet, the vines, or what could be vines, maybe intestines, what are those? Are starting to wrap around your feet and stuff. So the ground itself is moving to try to catch you, trap you.
I'm just constantly doing like a hop dance. Like, it's the worst run anyone's ever seen. I'm just like, oh God, what
Yeah.
the fuck, Astris,
And it squishes and it's slippery. It's kind of like running on algae. You don't really want to look at what you're sliding on sometimes. You just kind of, like when you accidentally step on a snail. There's a lot of that kind of like, oh, but it's not snails.
Oh, it's slugs, even worse.
Maybe.
Oh.
all the things that you've looked down at and inspected look to be parts of a human or humanoid
Fun.
being of some
Look,
kind.
there are tails around here, too.
Tails and ears and eyes. Lots of eyes.
Lots of eyes. They like to watch.
Any balls? Any just balls?
Just a singular ball?
Just a ball.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Poor buddy.
Hanging on a singular little sapling, basically.
Oh.
It's okay, dude. We're trying to put a stop to this. Don't
Yeah.
worry. We're going to save your other ball.
That poor guy's in denial. He just keeps going to work. And I don't know. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell my doctor. No way. So, you guys are running.
Oh, yeah.
You notice that everything in front of you it's coming to life, but everything behind you is, if it can move, it is moving, and it's springing up and hanging on to anything else that's moving. So you see this mass starting to form as like it gets closer, and it's moving kind of slow at first, but it seems like it's gaining momentum as it gets appendages and stuff that can make it move faster as it kind of crawls across the ground right now. It's not running or anything, but this noise is like a skin on skin and, a mass rubbing together with liquids and whatnot, just
wet and rubby.
Bunch of hands and arms just grabbing and pulling it along the ground behind you.
God, it's so gross. This is like the worst Voltron I've ever seen.
Ugh. How far away are we from the mass beginning to form?
Ooh, good question.
You're getting away from it. It's moving maybe 5 feet around, 10 feet around, or something like that.
Okay,
you're seeing it move though. And it's doing things. So you're getting away from it, 20 feet, 25 feet-ish. I mean, you're moving at half speed. You're going as fast as you can, but you're definitely like, get the fuck away from this thing.
But we're gaining on it.
You're gaining.
Okay. We're gaining distance.
You're losing it.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
We're getting away.
We're gaining on it. We're not chasing it.
All right, we'll just loop around and catch it from behind.
They'll never see it coming. It doesn't have eyes.
Yeah, you're like, flank maneuver. No, not now. You continue to run and run and run. And eventually, the mass behind you gets smaller and smaller. You don't know what's going on with it, but you're getting so far away from it that you're not really seeing what's going on. You continue to move away from it in the direction that is not forming a giant mass. And you notice eventually the crop lines give way to what looks like a reflective, glassy plane in front of you that reflects the storm clouds above.
Neat.
King Floof runs up, stops. You see, the whole skidding halt, and his hair stands straight up with his tail up and kind of doing this booty wiggle back and forth thing. Touches the surface across the field and then lifts his finger or lifts his paw and starts shaking it, and then looks behind him, then just jumps out. And it looks like it's maybe a millimeter deep water. Kind of looks like he's running on top of the water there, but it's
cat Jesus.
Pretty funny because he keeps flicking all of his feet every time they land. So it's a lot of splashing and splittering, and his ears are flat and behind him. It's not
King
having a good
Floof,
time.
do you want up on my shoulder again, buddy?
He turns around, comes bounding back, and he whispers in your ear, and he's like, my fucking wings don't work.
So I'm just gonna sort of scoop him up and give him a little cuddle and be like, oh, it's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it. Just right up on here.
He's chest to chest with you, and his paws are on kind of either side of your shoulders, and you feel all of his claws just kind of go straight into your chest, and he's like, it's not okay. But he, gets closer.
Oh, we'll figure it out when we're out of this plane. Don't worry about it.
So you guys continue on. You're walking through a reflective flat, almost looks like a salt flat in a way.
Decidedly more pleasant.
Yes, eerie though. And seeing a reflection of the sky kind of makes you feel like you're just wandering around in the ether. You are walking at a normal pace now, unobstructed. I don't know, are you guys still moving as fast as you can, or is this something where you're going to take your time and look where you're going, make sure?
I feel like, especially since we can't see the bottom, This is probably the largest body of water Thea's ever seen. So she's probably like, whoa, what the fuck? So she's like not sure if there's ever going to be just like a straight drop off. Also, she's exhausted. She's not a creature that's meant to run that hard and that far. So like every muscle in her hurts and this sucks.
Yeah, okay. So you're not sprinting or anything.
No, probably not sprinting, but like not being lazy either.
It's not difficult terrain, so you're not exerting so much energy just to go a normal speed.
The relief is palpable.
Oh, good.
Thea's attendants have been peeking their heads one by one out of her little bag, and all of them have their fingers out over the top, and you can see their eyeballs poking out. They all look horrified at what they're seeing.
I know, girlies. It's a lot.
They duck their heads down all at once, and you hear bubbling. You're not sure where. Nothing popped on the surface or changed much of the surface. In fact, your footfalls don't really go much further than about a foot further than your feet. It's not like you're getting any wave patterns or any disturbances going out into the greater water area.
Astris?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you heard like a deep, like kind of an underwater bubbling, but you didn't get the pop of it coming to the surface.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I look behind me to see if there's anything following us immediately.
No. Just out of your visual range, I mean, just barely, you can see how the terrain changes back to the crop lines. So it's not like once you're here, you can't see back.
Okay.
But knowing that, you know that the giant amalgamation of parts is still over there.
And it can still come.
Yeah. It either calmed down, went back to its crop lines, or it's still assembling and on its way after you. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's best to assume.
Yeah, just like we don't know where we're going. I don't know if we just stand here or you keep going, I guess.
Right? Keep pressing on. Maybe a little faster now that there's scary bloopy sounds happening.
you paused for just a second when you heard the blooping sounds. And okay, let's keep going. You hear him a little bit more, fainter, from off to the right, behind you, 30 feet out, but it sounds like it's beneath you. The ground that you walk on obviously has that thin layer of water over it, but it feels fully level and smooth. It's not slippery like ice. But as you keep walking and you keep hearing those noises, suddenly something causes you to pause. And the landscape around you starts to shift again.
Oh, fuck, Astris, fuck. And I grab hold of Astris and I grab hold of King Floof.
You both notice the ground starts to change as something looks like it's rising out of it all around you. Not all together, but in different areas. It looks like their faces rising out of the water.
Awful.
The faces don't look humanoid. They look monstrous in a way. Smaller, longer snouts, reptilian. They rise slowly, and you see their faces first, their snouts, and then they begin to move their heads as they come out of it. And then you start to see them climbing out, pulling themselves out of whatever muck they're in. And you notice once they get their heads out, they're kobolds.
Mm.
And they look terrible.
Oh, buddy.
They look like they have drowned. They look like their skin is bloated and their eyes are bloated. Their mouths seem to stretch further back than they should, and their mouths start to open in this grimace. Pain, a giant twisted smile.
Are these the kobolds from the waterfall?
That might be when you were on the river,
Yeah.
the Aurora.
Yeah.
You remembered them diving into the water.
Oh, my buddies, I tried. I'm so sorry.
They begin to pull themselves up. They're about chest level now, and they're writhing and making horrific noises. They remind you of the tainted beings you fought before. They seem to be fully tainted.
Oh, God. They're probably not going to listen to us. We should start running, right? We should start running, right? That seems right.
Like, where?
Away? Question mark?
So you're surrounded.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Some of these kobolds that are coming out, they can't walk. They can't move much. Some are rolling. Some are clawing their way toward you. Some can walk. They all seem really messed up, like their bones are broken in place of their legs, things like that. And so zombie-like, some begin to approach. And they're, about the closest ones are probably about 50 feet away from you.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'd say roll initiative.
Okay. Sorry, buddies. Couldn't save you before, and I'm gonna have to put you down now. Off to a fantastic start. My initiative is 5.
All right.
11.
Yay!
So we got Crit, and then me, and then Thea.
All right.
Yay.
Battling the tar pit.
That's right.
It's literally impossible to win against a tar pit, as evidenced by the fucking dinosaurs. I'm just saying.
If a dinosaur can't do it, I can't do
I'm
it.
feeling a little hopeless.
So where you're stepping, actually, it's not like it suddenly becomes a marsh or a bog or whatever around you. You still have solid ground beneath your feet. It seems that whatever realm they're crawling through is giving way for them.
That's the better option for us.
Oh.
I'm okay with that.
I like
I mean,
that
unless
for
you
them,
want to
too.
be swimming.
No,
Be
I
fun.
do not. I do not. I very do not.
Different scene, please.
No,
Scene change.
You don't want a
before
water
we go
level?
swimming.
no,
Like, come
no, no one wants a water level. Ever.
All right, Astris, you are armed and ready and have been, and you are surveying the field. The closest kobold to you is about 40, 50 feet. That looks like it can get to you and do damage. They don't seem to have weapons. They're just brandishing their claws and their enormous mouths that have distended down to their chests with an impossible number of sharp teeth stuffing their mouths full.
I don't like it.
Nope.
My instinct is to stay where I am and provide cover for Thea.
I'll stay close to you. What if we're like back to back?
Yes, hot.
Hot girl shit.
Okay, yeah, so I ready my shield and my morning star because we're about to be surrounded. I mean, we are surrounded.
But about to be more surrounded.
Yeah, and all my stuff is pretty single target, so I'm...
Same.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
You're still in magic girl form.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to ready an action to impose disadvantage on any creature that attempts to attack Thea.
Very good. And now it's my turn. The kobolds surrounding you continue to worm their way out of where they're coming from. And more and more are being able to stand or at least run on all fours or maybe 3, but you got hopping and rolling and crawling. There are a few several that are within range, a few that seem more threatening than others surrounding you, Thea, if you want to start popping off or if you want to prepare, anything like that.
All right, so I'm gonna cast my favorite spell, the only spell I ever cast. Armor of Oberon. I'm gonna get me them hit points.
It's your most reliable. It
It
always works.
sure is,
Up.
and it scales up with level.
That's right.
Daddy
So that
up.
gives me 10 additional hit points.
Amazing.
All right. Yeah, a spectral malachite dong encases you for a moment before.
Dong!
Thank you, Daddy.
It's like an Iron Maiden, but it's a
Yeah,
penis.
it shuts around you like that.
I fucking love it. That's
No
hilarious.
spikes, though. It's all tongues and dongs.
Ooh, Daddy.
Fuck me, that's
You're like,
hilarious.
what?
It's about to.
Hear a few pounds, and then it shatters, and you're all shiny.
I love that.
Hands, and like hands on the back, front, like dongs in the right places, and then just like tongues everywhere else.
I love this. That's an amazing idea. A sexual Iron Maiden.
Yeah, the boo box.
The boo box.
All right, and does that takes up your whole turn because you're not moving, you're not doing
It
anything
sure
else.
does.
Now it's Astris's turn. The creatures, the kobolds, have started getting closer in a ring around you. This kind of defensive formation that you're in is the best one that you can be in, but it's a kind of a losing one from being outnumbered. How close do you need to be for her to benefit from your
We have to be within 5 feet of each other.
5 feet. All right.
I will stick to you like glue.
What I can say is, Astris, you can elect to lower your initiative to lockstep with Thea's.
Lower my initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Since you're going first, you can elect to go later in the round. And if you lockstep with Thea, you can coordinate by moving
Together and then
yes.
staying
Yeah,
in position.
yeah.
I see. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
I don't know if that's still raw, but that was such an obscure 3.5 rule we dug up in character dueling, but it was such a good one. We kept using it every dungeon crawl. We're like, nope, we're okay, hold on, we're going to change our initiative order. If you're higher, then you can elect to go further down.
That makes total sense.
That.
Yeah. Okay, I'd rather go last every time from now on. Like
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'll hold my movement at however we're going to say that. We'll go together.
You have elected to do the things you were doing at the same time. The kobolds, again, close in, but you hear something weird. A scream on the wind that you can't feel. It sounds like a whinny from a horse, but gargling as if its throat was slashed or something. You hear on the wind stomping the hooves clattering through the water, and before you can see it, it sounds like it's upon you. In the distance, you see a horse, the horse you recognize that Raoul is on.
What? Wait. No!
You hear
Raul's not down here. Shut up. Take it back.
You hear on the wind a howl from all of the kobolds around you.
No.
A mourning sound as the horse approaches with a figure on it, a headless figure with one arm, its body contorting weirdly, but holding its arm aloft high in the air, and looks like it's circling in to the kobolds circling you.
Oh, that sucks hard. Oh, buddy.
I don't think I could lay on hands that.
He's missing a head.
Yeah, that's a tough fix, buddy.
Well, think of it this way. Everything here seems to be the corrupted portion of the real version.
Oh, wait, so
It's not like the legs that got cut off.
No, it's the legs that are tainted in the material.
Oh.
So somebody
has a tainted pair of legs.
that are kicking wildly. As you notice, the tainted creature, the Dragonborn, the monster dragon man, seemed to be fully corrupted by the taint and was no longer able to control itself. So it's sort of a reflection of what's corrupted in the real world, is what you can intuit, at least.
Oh, no.
So somewhere Raoul is holed up, either with that horse or not, but his head and his left shoulder and arm are still unaffected. The circling in of what appears to be Raoul gives pause to the kobolds surrounding you. They're still crawling out, but they've turned to face him and like, oh.
Oh.
But it's more like,
Raoul.
You do hear, echoes of his name on the wind you can't feel. And now it's both of your turns. Astris, you're technically first, so.
Okay. Raoul's circling, the kobolds are pausing. Let me just...
Call out to him. Maybe he'll listen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll just call out.
It's a little long shot, but...
You can coordinate with Thea here.
Yeah.
It's not like you go, she goes. Like, if you needed to move or do something in tandem, now.
Astris, what do you need? Astris, if you need to leave me and go touch that and go touch that man with your magic hand,
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Just go threaten him with my hand.
Just go slap his leg. I'll figure it out. I'll follow you. Let's run.
Okay, I like that.
Right. I feel like if we stack up behind her shield, we can push our way out of the ring and then touch a thigh.
Did you say how far away Raoul is?
30 feet.
Yeah, I feel like if we run to him as he's coming toward us, we'll get him.
Yeah, we'll get him. All right.
Get him.
I want to go touch that man.
Touch that man.
And I was just kind of wishing I could cast a protect, but let's move together.
Yeah.
To Raoul.
Yeah. I'll stand behind you. You have your shield out. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Perfect. And if we have to push through some kobolds, we push through some kobolds. And see, technically, if we're pushing through together, I would provoke an attack of opportunity on them first, and then they wouldn't have one for you.
That's
true.
fucking true.
Yeah,
Yes, this is
I
the way.
choose that. And they also
I
have
love
disadvantage anyway. Because you're like, hold on to my pocket real quick, and then you just walk through to the front.
Hold my hand.
Yes, ma'am.
You do provoke several attacks of opportunity. They are numerous, but many of them are ineffectual. I'm not even going to roll it. You are getting
Just like in the Fae.
little, like some of them are just picking up their own leg and throwing it at you. Yeah, they don't even have their little like sticks that they're throwing.
They don't even
So they're
have
like,
the
they're trying to use the little
sticks.
javelins, so they're like whipping like their shirts, like whips.
Aw.
But a few
Try.
of them are actually like, trying to bite and shit. So
They're doing their
whatever.
best.
Yeah, they're trying.
I'm a little proud.
Just like they were before.
Yeah, no difference.
Really loud.
No difference.
Okay. Yeah, they don't hit you as you're going through, or Thea.
Whoa.
The horse and rider notices you as you charge through them and turns to face you and raises his short sword up in the air, kind of jerkily.
Oh, I thought you said it was an arm.
No, it's his arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not holding an arm.
Oh, sorry. When you said he was holding an arm up earlier, I interpreted that as he's holding an arm up.
Oh, yeah.
That is
It
so Amelia Bedelia of you.
It's a horror scene. I could see it.
Yeah.
No, this time he's not just holding his arm up. He's holding a sword within his grasp.
I see.
I love.
Well, from a distance, that's what I saw.
That's fair. Listen, we were just getting chased by body parts. I think that's totally fair.
You're like, he's got an arm.
Where the fuck did he get a sword here? Seriously.
Yeah, where did he get a sword? All right. And he comes to meet you, and you meet at the same time. So do you want to reach out and try and lay on hands the horse, or him upon the horse as he's coming towards you?
Yeah, I'll try to get a hand on him or his leg, but I'll call out to him as I do it. I'll say, Raoul, it's me. It's Astris.
Okay.
Can I like, as she does that, can I try to like grab the horse's reins and like slow it down? Be like, hey.
Oh, it's running at you.
Oh, like
directly.
running.
Oh.
Yeah, you're behind
We're being
Astris. Yeah,
charged by a horse.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to like grab it until we stop the horse.
Yeah,
is
that's
the
true.
thing. Because if we try to do it, I don't
Astris
know
is
how
pretty
we'll get
strong,
the
though.
touch. That is true. Maybe
Stop.
you know what stops a horse?
All right.
An Astris
He says
with a
I can,
shield?
so.
You're pretty buff.
horses
you're
are
D&D. You're a D&D character.
Okay,
This is
okay.
Different.
You're a D&D magical girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
It's not running at a full gallop. You're not getting the lance, coming down or anything like that. But it noticed you, and you yell out Raoul, and the horse's gait went from more of like, there's my enemy, heading straight to it, to a little bit more hesitant, and the arm wavers a moment. The arm holding the sword, that is, but still continues toward you. Not gaining much speed, though. It seemed like it had just stuck to its original speed, or the speed that it had gotten to when you said Raoul. It reaches you and swings down and attacks at you, but at the same time, I'm going to give you an opportunity to roll an attack on him and touch him.
Okay, I see.
Heal an unwilling target. I see.
Right. It's like a charging target. You're trying to like slap him, like not get hit and slap him at the same time.
A little bit of a healing slap ass.
So, I'll assume it's like an unarmed strike.
All right, yeah. If you're going in on that right now, since I'm behind you, I'm just gonna like slap your ass and go like, you got this. You're inspired.
Yes. Thanks, babe.
And that's a D6.
Love it. I will use it because this feels important.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Rolled a 6 on the inspiration die.
Fuck yeah.
So it's 22, baby.
Hell yeah.
I would hit myself with that.
I was honestly making it harder because you're doing a very specific called shot, basically.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if
Oh, thank you.
attack. So you run up. The horse is coming towards you. You slip to the side of the horse that Raoul doesn't have an arm, and avoid that, sweeping strike that would be coming on that side, because you're like, I'm no idiot. That guy's only got one side that he can attack from. What an idiot. Your night brain is just like, got it. So you slip to the safe side. Unfortunately, the horse, as you remember, was a war-trained horse. And like the good girl she was, she hits you pretty fucking hard in the chest as you reach out and slap Raoul on the leg and get your lay on hands out. Do you roll that?
No, I just used my pool
Okay.
to cure him of his disease.
All right.
Be healed, damn it!
You take 3 damage and roll a dexterity save. Or you know what? No, a strength save.
Okay.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, you so the horse hits you in the chest, pretty square, with like one of its what would count as a shoulder or something, knocking the air out of you, but didn't take you off your feet like it definitely could have. But you're like, but your arm snaked around and slapped Raoul, and the light that emanates from your hand, again, bright white light, streaked now with ribbons of blood that seem to feed back into it and empower it in ways like electricity arcing and having more connections as it gets further up and wraps itself around Raoul's leg. It spreads further up and you see convulsions on the tainted areas, like it's fighting back an infection, and stops focusing on the two of you. And you hear a scream, but it's coming from a throat with no mouth, and it's horrifying, like somebody being burned alive.
Oof.
And in a way, this purification looks like that, but more about light and blood just burning through, tearing through it all. And it leaves behind a raw, like a freshly molted dragonborn scales behind, before finally leaving like open wounds where the head and arm would be. Raoul drops his sword and slides off his saddle. The horse keeps running, going crazy and like kicking kobolds around and, being insane. You hear a gargled moan from the surrounding kobolds as they say his name into the wind you can't feel. Their eyes seem to roll back into their heads, and they start shaking too, and they lie back onto their backs and start to lie still. You stand over what looks like Raoul's body as it shimmers in that new molted scales, how they look. You see the wounds that are seeping and bleeding into the ground or into the water around it just seems to sort of suck in underneath, and then you start to see the body slowly dip under the waterline as it slides out of this realm and into the next. Just as you see the last of Raoul's chest and the tips of his toes go under the waterline, you hear on that wind again, Armor.
Raoul.
And the rest of the kobolds sink beneath,
Oh, shit.
breaking the spell upon all of them.
Damn.
We got the big boss kobold, and so it got all the other kobolds.
Nice.
Classic kobold.
Classic kobold.
Yeah,
Kobold
they are.
domino
That's
situation.
totally-
Mhm.
They just do whatever he wants. So they're like, okay, it's cool. We'll be fucking zombies too.
You okay, boss? We're zombies now, boss.
Sweet boss, yeah.
Hey, he's never let us wrong before. Let's go jump in that river.
God. It's so funny.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
We saved Raoul.
Armor.
Armor.
That got me. That is like by far the cutest nickname that's ever existed.
It kind of worked perfectly.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it at first. I was just calling her Armor. Listen, Armor, you cannot jump on the mushroom. My God, she can.
Yeah.
My Armor.
Yeah. I think we both impressed each other with mushroom jumping.
Too big, too heavy.
No, you haven't seen this armor, though.
It was so romantic.
Oh.
As the kobolds and Raoul sink into the water then sinks into the ground. This time, the ground isn't flat, and you're back in crop lines without crops.
Oh,
Just
thank God.
tilled fields, empty,
Oh, good.
as far as the eye can see. The storm clouds seem to be flashing more and more. They seem angry.
Seems like the right way.
The wind that you hear picks up like a howl in your ears. And you sense that it feels like there's a massive storm happening that you can't feel. You catch the vibe, though, and you see the clouds starting to swirl more than they ever have. And at one point, you see through the clouds, and you see a crescent moon glaring back at you for just a moment as the storm seems like it's picking up. The moon is covered quickly by the clouds again, like it was just letting you know it's there.
Fucking peeping motherfucker. I'm gonna give this guy the finger. Fuck off.
Yeah, same. I don't know what that is,
Flip
but
off the sky. Like, fuck off.
yeah.
I was just like, what are we doing? What's that?
Right?
Yeah. Got the one finger up, like the wrong one. I'm pointing my index finger at it. Bad Sky.
You're shaming it. You're shaming the shame god.
You're under arrest.
You need a permit for that.
Though you can never truly get used to it, just a peek at that crescent moon was like being in the sacrificial chamber with the avatar of the Smiler for just a moment. Again, as your insides seem to go up and down into places that make you feel very uncomfortable. But it passes just as quickly as it came.
Fucking hate this guy. Fucking hate this guy.
For
Fucking
real.
hate this guy. This fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
You turn behind you and you see the amalgam of body parts rising from the horizon.
Oh, fuck. I
Oh,
forgot.
shit. Oh, God, guys, we gotta go.
I don't have enough lay on hand points for that thing. I'm sorry.
We could get it to roll into the water, and then we can, use the water.
Ooh. What if we make a circle? Wait, is there time to draw a circle?
Probably not.
What, like, how big?
Like, you know, like, big enough for the thing. If it's coming at us,
How big is it? Hold on, I have a... How do you feel about drinking cum?
What?
What if you used my cum vial of the supercharged Thea bull cum?
Oh, okay.
You'd have to drink it, though.
I
But,
chug it.
Well, hold on.
That was easy.
Well, you'd have to...
It's fine.
Let me set the scene here. The amalgam...
You mentioned having to drink a liquid. So
Yeah.
I'm going to skip ahead and chug it. It's fine.
The amalgam quickly approaching comes in a rumble. It looks like a mass of body parts, like a garbage heap of pieces here and there. It screeches with 1,000 voices and arrives like a boulder down a hill or the tide rushing in against the cliffs. It moves.
The tide is worse. That's a worse visual. I like that.
Yeah, I hate that.
It
I hate that
is
a lot.
massive. It looks like it's maybe 40, 50 feet tall.
Fuck.
just as wide, maybe wider. And as it approaches, you notice a bunch of things flapping around it and flying from it and landing back into it like this giant macroorganism. And
That's so gross.
That's like, I want to fall to my knees and weep at the sight of this thing. That's too big. As a medieval person, I've never seen a 3-story building, right? Like, so you're saying something 50 feet tall, right?
yeah, it's moving like a glacier sliding across the ground, I guess. And it
Jesus.
massive, shaped almost like a hood with the face facing towards you.
Oh.
And on the concave part of it, you see within are just, it's lined with eyes, thousands and thousands of eyes of different sizes, and they move separately but together, coordinated, looking in every direction. Some would start to move while the others will, it's like one big iris that gets to move around. Thousands of eyes within this hooded area.
This is truly awful. Like, that sucks.
Yeah. So, and within
We're gonna need the cum.
within the gigantic nest of eyes is one massive eye, a huge, huge eye that you want to say is maybe 2 or 3 feet across.
Shit, that's a big eye.
Whose fucking eye is
Roll an insight check.
Ooh, yeah. We're horrified but curious. 7.
Dirty 20.
Oh!
Okay. Astris, you are looking up at this thing and you're like, I've never seen anything this big that wasn't just a hill or whatever, nothing moving, certainly. This is insane. You look into the hood and see the eyes, and you see the giant eye in the center, and you're like, whoa, the only thing that has an eye that big that I've seen is a dragon.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
A dragon with an eye that big would be Glasswing.
Yeah.
And
Fuck.
just as you come to this realization, you see a wing sprout
No.
crooked and jerkily from the back of it, torn, ravaged.
Oh, well, I guess we've gotta cure this now.
We've got to save the whole
We've
thing.
gotta save Glasswing.
Yeah, I was about to be like, well, it sucks that everyone's going to lose all these body parts because there's nothing I can do but
explode in holy light. Just try to kill it. Like swallow the grenade, walk into it.
God.
Here's the plan. I'm gonna pull the vial of cum out from my hammer space, which is my hair, I think.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna pull that out and be like, drink this. I'm going to put the tip of my weapon down in the ground and I'm gonna start drawing a circle in the dirt.
Yes.
Okay.
Drink this, Astris! We don't have much time!
I chug it.
All right. So, you know what? Let's roll here on just a D6 is fine. Let's see if you like it.
Oh.
High or low?
High or low? Low.
Low?
Low.
To see if you like it?
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck.
All right.
What does that mean?
So,
That was a 6.
you take a shot of this, and it's difficult to get down all at once, and you're like, what? And, you just took it and started chugging. She's like, there's no time. You have to drink this vial of cum. But you were already halfway through it when she was saying vial of cum. And so it made you pause for a second and consider just for a second. And you really want like a potion to wash this down with, but you don't have any time. It's kind of clings. Very, very strong and maybe not your thing. Maybe not from a vial.
Wow.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, eyes are watering.
And you
You're
drink.
like, no, honey, you don't chew it. You just swallow them whole.
We watched that get made. This is some fucking farm to table shit.
Yeah, my eyes are watering. Like, you drink this?
I mean, yeah,
Do you?
on
Though?
occasion.
Oh, no.
The idol between your breasts warms just a touch when you said that.
But do I feel battle ready? Is it like drinking something that puts hair on your chest, you know?
Jaeger.
Oh, yeah, definitely you're like, and you feel instantly empowered. Not in the same way that you had being enlarged, but you feel full to the brim with your divine potential, and anything that you augment with your spells or magic or anything like that is going to pack a much bigger punch.
Oh, fuck yeah. Do I feel like I'm going to be energized for an amount of time, or do I feel like I'm going to be energized for like a one time, you know, if I do something
Are you
once?
changed by this?
Am I changed by this permanently? I hope so. That would be cool.
Yeah, the flavor doesn't matter anymore because you're like, hold on. Like,
I feel strong.
take a shot of this no matter, you know.
Yeah.
I've had protein breakfasts before. It's fine.
Yeah, right. You just drink the eggs. This is no different. This
Yeah.
is also drink the sperm.
Just suck it down. You're not quite sure this is a new sensation to you. You feel like your next big hit's going to be massive. You're not sure, you know, you might have to test whether or not you can stretch this ability or not, but it seems to be a new type of power.
Amazing.
So explore with it. Now, what is your guys' aim here?
Winks.
Because I'll give you guys a round to plan and finish your circle, a round or two. But what's your avenue of attack? What do you guys are like? Okay, what are we gonna do? Even King Floof is going down, like dragging his tail, like into the ground too. You know, trying to help.
He is such a good little familiar.
Yeah, I guess ideally we stand on the other side of it from the circle that we're drawing, so that it just walks right into the circle, right? So that whatever we're doing is empowered by the circle.
I'm going to give you another inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
This is a very important roll, so you get another one.
You are creating a circle, and Astris has reopened the wound on your hand, and you've been following along, squeezing out drops of blood into the circle. King Floof is working with you and seems to be right on the same page. This all feels like intuition and just knowledge that is bubbling to the surface as you go. The power, Astris, guides you a bit as you build this circle. You finish the circle and stand in the center, right? Or are you guys luring it into the circle?
Yeah, we're luring it in, so I guess we would be, I don't know if we need to be in or out of the
Standing
circle,
back.
but
Yeah, like maybe toward the back of it so that more of
Yeah.
it can fit in the circle.
yeah.
All right. You did this in a couple of rounds, so you did this like running.
Yeah, we're panting.
Yeah, and scrambling. And then you get to the back of the circle furthest away from the oncoming amalgam of horror. You stand together holding hands. Astris, the hand that you cut. And you raise those hands together as the amalgam comes forward. King Floof is nowhere to be found.
Good for him. Good boy.
Now, you have basically one shot at this. We don't really need to do initiative since you're locked together and there's only one enemy here. There is no surprise round. You will be able to act first once it touches the circle. It looks like it's going to have reach, a lot of it. So you'll have maybe one round to do whatever that you're going to do before it's fully in the circle and in your face. So, as I said, you're standing, holding hands, waiting for the moment. The mass approaches louder than ever. This rumbling and squealing and squishing and wet, horrible noise, along with a deep growl and roar behind it, approaches. And it is terrifying. Just in itself. There's nothing magical about how terrifying it is, except that it's also magically terrifying.
Oh, no.
Just in the Smiler essence. He's here controlling this in a big way. Therefore, you guys feel like you peed your pants in front of the school.
I charge extra for that, I will have you know.
Right. So that feeling of shaking you comes on again, and I'd like you both to roll Wisdom saving throws.
Okay. 15.
Mm-hmm.
10. Wait, I could use the Bardic Inspiration on that?
Yeah, you can.
I used the Bardic Inspiration die, so I got 11.
Well, good. Because it was a 50-50 shot that it would get you. So it wasn't a hard one. It's one you passed before, so I made it easier than normal. That's hilarious.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that one almost got to you this time. You're like, I don't know.
You just drank some cum and it felt great.
Yeah. But yeah, then you just licked your lips and you're like, oh yeah, I had my eggs this morning.
Oh, God.
I do still have my potato egg.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna whip that out at the last moment. That's my MacGuffin.
Not even they
Yeah.
deserve that.
The amalgam screams and runs away.
Ah,
Ew.
correct.
As the mass approaches, it finally touches the line of the circle. This feels like the time.
Okay.
All right, so we're holding hands,
Yep.
and I am going to channel divinity to sort of channel my lay on hands ability to Thea. And also there's
Okay.
blood on my hands.
Cool. So then I'm holding your hand and I'm casting Mage Hand out toward the thing. Since you just spent a Bardic Inspiration, I'm going to give you another one because this roll is important.
Yes, thank you.
And with the other hand, I'm going to grab her by the cheeks and just kiss her hard on the mouth. And then turn your face back to the thing and go, don't fucking miss. And then I'll start casting Mage Hand out toward the eye.
The big eye in the center.
Yeah.
All right. So your hands are outstretched, and the power of Lilith courses from within Astris and goes into to your hand, Thea. You've only really caught the barest scent of this power personally, but now you can feel it. And it is like being a vessel. It's like when you activated the cum the last time, in a way.
Fuck
This
yeah.
time, that's riding along with it, but it flows through you. You can feel it in your veins, in your skin, going through every part of your being. It's the blood. And it's powerful in a very tangible, physical way. Like you're really pumped up, like you've been working out kind of power.
Ah!
Yeah, you reach over and plant one on Astris and say, don't fucking miss. As you cast together this hand that comes out that first is purple, shimmering with green undertones, and then starts to grow these long red fingernails. And it gets longer and more feminine and reaches out towards the large eye that's swiftly approaching on this mass. You weren't able to stop from kissing. You weren't able to turn back. You just aimed and fired.
Fuck yeah.
Roll a to hit. It's going to be pretty easy. It's a colossal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be
It failed.
Oh, no.
19 plus 5 plus 5 is 29.
Whoa.
All right.
We cured cancer, dude.
Roll your heal, the D8 or whatever it is for cure wounds. And then however much you're going to pump into your lay on hands.
I got 15 points left after healing roll.
That's 10 whole healing. I rolled a 6.
Woohoo!
The creature, the amalgam, when it crossed the line of the circle, you cast your mage hand at it, and it met the creature as it reached the center, at least the eye reached the center. And the hand just gently put its palm up and laid it on the eye. The light that emanated from it is of purples and like falling leaves, changing leaves. There is what looks like sap running down, and the hand melts into a sort of a smudge that turns to what looks like the texture of wood that starts to grow upon it, and the sap continues to spread into the eye, and the eye then begins to cry blood. You see a large drop of blood appear and fall. As the drop of blood lands in the circle, you are nearly blinded by a flash of light, and you see in the outline the silhouette of this amalgam that was ready to attack with long, huge, what looks like scorpion tails and claws from a huge crab. Different monstrous things, the wing of a dragon. You see this like a flash of lightning giving you a silhouette of this before it darkens. And the amalgam stops. It pauses and starts to settle in on itself like a mountain of garbage. And things start to shift and fall. And you start to see things shriveling up and shimmering and moving as the mass gets smaller and starts to descend into the floor of this plane. Within the mass, as you see all the tiny pieces, the smaller pieces falling away and melting away, you see what looks like to be the lumbering hulk of Glasswing beneath it as the eye continues to cry, but looks happy and closes slowly with the last tear of blood, and her wing furls up and she sinks into the floor of this plane.
I can't believe it got her.
We would have died. There's no way we could have fought that thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I just fall to my knees and weep because that was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, you're both still holding hands. You imagine you both fall and hold each other.
Yeah, let's just lay down in the circle for a minute. Let's just have a lie down and catch our breath.
Yeah. You are both holding each other, and King Floof is between you, purring.
Oh, baby.
And you can feel his purrs through both of your chests as it kind of resonates, and you all kind of get on the same vibe, and it's a calming sensation, feeling very traumatized. You're holding each other within the circle that you created, and the fields of tilled land go flat again and seem to blow away into just a polished stone. The storm clouds have calmed above you. You seem to be able to see just one area off in the distance where there are storms. It seems the initial threat has passed for right now, and you have each other, and you knew that if you hadn't come up with something like that, you wouldn't be here right now. You would know where you would be.
I can't believe that fucking worked.
It had to have worked. It
was literally that or die.
Is that what faith is? That's crazy.
Lilith's notes were so useful. I
Yes.
can't believe it.
I'm exhausted.
I don't want to move.
where to go after this or what to do, but
Are you okay?
I don't know.
After
I don't
Raoul
know. I hope
everything?
Raoul's okay. I need to find him. We need to find Officer Concubine.
Carmilla.
We need to find Carmilla.
You need to find rocks.
We need to find Rocks. We need to find
Drusilla.
Drusilla.
We need to find
Eska.
Nathaniel again.
We need to find Eska.
Most pressingly, Eska. Or,
Yeah.
after Rocks.
That was
since we're in the
the
middle
short
of
list.
that.
That was-
you're right in the middle of it.
That was
Middle of
the-
that one. Pause this. We'll be right back.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, where's Eska?
Yeah, what I was trying to say is that we need to find Carmilla. We know where Rox is. We don't know where we are. We need to find Eska and make sure they're okay. I don't know who else could. It feels like anyone could have been tainted.
Fuck.
I don't know what this
Say it all
means.
like that. We're never gonna get to sleep again. This is so much work.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we both got dragged into this.
Like, what the fuck? I don't care this much about people. Why am I doing this? Spite, I guess, really.
Could do it for Drusilla.
Totally, only spite. I'm only doing it because I'm angry.
Totally.
That's it. Only reason. He
Yeah.
pissed me off, killed my friend, came and fucked with my shit. It's personal.
She says in perfect meter while playing with her lute.
She's rapping.
This isn't a
Cut
coping
my
mechanism.
life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Yeah, Thea might be having a battle with her own conscience. Under normal circumstances, if you got somewhere to run, you'd just peace out. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, this isn't my problem. This seems like a heap of not my fucking problem.
But people it is their problem.
And so now it's my problem.
And you
What
are in
making
a
friends gets you.
Yeah.
position to do something about it. And it's unfortunate, it makes you the hero.
I never thought that I would turn into one of the cliches that I fucking sing about.
Well, Thea, I mean, you may not have thought it would ever happen, but you might have secretly wished. I mean, hell, you're a bard. Like, collecting stories, is one thing that you would have had to have done for years. And you had to have some enthusiasm about it. Be like, what was that like, And writing these stories, unless you made them all up. But, And you were a part of a mercenary company, so it might have been a
column
thing.
A, little of column B.
Yeah. You just didn't think you'd be, like, motivated to save anybody you loved because you didn't think you would have that, maybe.
I mean, like, it's not the first time I feel like she's, like, needed to, like, save people that she loves. But never has it been this dire or on this kind of scale. And that is what is so heavy. I've got to help how many fucking people that I don't know who are, and I've been gone for 10 years. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh no, I knew as soon as she laid down for like 1 fucking minute, it would all catch up. I guess this is it. This is the moment. This is the moment where Thea's brain fucking breaks, guys.
Poor Thea.
So Thea's just kind of sobbing and like not really getting through any of her sentences. She'll get halfway through before starting a new one. And, but I didn't mean it because I didn't, Kink Floof is purring louder and harder, trying to, knead at her a bit. I'm sure Astris, you're trying to comfort her a bit.
Yeah, I think Astris had an emotional reaction to like suddenly feeling kind of safe in this awful place. And just like, wow, that was like so dangerous and also coming down from the cum.
The come down?
Yeah, exactly. And so like now that we're relaxing a little bit, I think she's feeling better and more able to comfort Thea.
It's so stupid, Astris. It's all so fucking stupid.
I know. It is so stupid.
While you're, getting through it, letting some of these emotions come out, you haven't really had time to process. It's just happening. You are reminded why you're here. And well, it seems like you've changed the landscape so many times. And again, you see the storm clouds are only now over a certain area. And you think you may have finally found where Rox is being tormented.
And this fucking thing has rocks, and I haven't seen him in so long. Astris, I've been looking for him for years. And he's right over there, and I can't get up.
It's okay. We're going to get him. We got this. We're going to get up and we're going to go get him. We're going to find him.
Yeah.
And you're going to fuck that dragon.
Astris, always good for her support. She's always there to listen. Her advice is usually like, it's time to lock in. Let's go. But it works. She's like, no, you got this. Because I know you're strong. Because we're together. Lock the fuck in, bro. Let's fucking do this.
You're going to fuck that dragon.
You're going to fuck that dragon. We're going to fuck everything.
I just keep patting your back like harder and harder.
Yeah, gauntleted hand. All right, ready?
There are so many things left unfucked out there.
I know, it's so sad.
Rally, soldier.
And you guys help each other to rise to your feet as you look down towards your final destination here. And we'll end it right there.
Oh, I love that. That was good. Woof. Bit of a heavy cliffhanger there, but it was only a matter of time before that dam broke. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss the climax of this freaky dream arc. And don't be afraid to throw this episode at any very cool friends you might have. The party's always better with more people. Thank you for listening to the end of another episode. We'll see y'all in the next one. Take care of each other out there.